I am going to introduce you to Geogebra. So the first thing you need to do is open up your browser and then go to geogebra.org. And if you just want to do a quick search on Google for Geogebra, it will send you right to it as well. So geogebra.org. And we are going to, this is where we want to be. You'll see this little logo right here. And we're going to go ahead and sign in because the work that we're going to be doing, we want to hold on to. So click to sign in, and we're going to sign in with Google and use your school account. Okay, so then hopefully something pops in to show you that you've signed in up here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and click Start Graphing. And the whole purpose is that we are doing constructions on the computer. Okay, so we are going to construct specific triangles using this app. So the first thing you want to do is switch from Graphing Calculator to like the geometry editor where we have tools, and then we want to set up our area here appropriately for what we want to do. So we're going to go to the settings wheel in the top right hand corner, and we are going to turn off our axes. Okay, and if you have grids, go ahead and turn off your grid lines as well. Okay, so we just really want a blank canvas, and you can do all of that in settings. Maybe. Uh-oh. Wait, I think it said no grid. That's what I want. Okay, so we just want kind of a blank canvas here. The other thing we need to do in settings is go into the settings menu and click settings again. And under basic, I think, okay, I might have to do this at the end. Hang on. Okay, we got to go back and hit the settings wheel a third time. Okay, sorry. So under global, that's where we want it. We want to round to just 2 decimal places because otherwise that is going to get crazy for our purposes. And then you're going to click Save Settings, and it's not going to show you that's going to do anything. So hopefully that worked. Okay, so our job is to construct specific triangles because we're going to look at all of the shortcuts that prove triangles congruent, okay? And so you have a worksheet from class, and you have 8 different constructions on it. I'm going to introduce you by doing number 1, which is side-side. Okay, over here on the left-hand side are all of your tools, all right, for drawing that we're going to need, okay? So I am doing side-side, and I want to construct a triangle that has side lengths of, we'll say, 7 units and 11 units, okay? So if I'm doing 2 sides, and I'm going to start with my segments. So I go down here in my menu, down to lines, and click segment, and it's going to give me a segment. I'm going to call it segment AB, okay? And then the first thing I want to do is go back, and we got to go back to the cursor all the time, okay? So back to the top to the cursor to do anything with this. And the first thing I want to do is change the name of F to actually call it side C because we're going to do side lengths labeled opposite of their vertices, okay? So, and you can change this label if you want by double clicking on it, but we're going to change this to side C. So we go into settings and we just name that C. Okay, then we're going to measure it. So now still on our cursor, we're going to go down here into the measure menu, and we're going to measure distance or length. That's exactly what we want to do. And we're going to click on this, and it's going to tell us that C is 13.67. We only wanted it to be 7 units long, so we're going to go back to our cursor, click B, and we're going to back that guy up till it's 7 units long. Okay, here's the tricky part, and we might have to round to 1 decimal because, or let's try zooming in. Let's see if we can back that off. Ooh, oh, come on. Zoom in one more time. All right, 7, we finally got it. Okay, we'll move that guy down. And then we want, remember we said that we wanted a triangle with 2 sides given of 7 units and 11 units. So I'm gonna add another segment on my left-hand side. Click B, stretch it way up for C. And then again, remember that we wanna change the names. So this side is opposite of this vertex A, so we're gonna call it side A. So we'll go into settings and change that to an A. Okay, and then we're gonna measure that. So we're gonna go down here to distance or length and measure segment A, and it says 6.37. So we're going to try to stretch that out to be 11 units. So we stretch this way up. Now we'll go over here. Mommy. Yes, Cooper. Hello. You want to say hi on the video? Okay, so there we go. Cooper wants to say hi to everybody if you can hear him in the background. Okay, so we've got side lengths of 7 and we've got side lengths of 11. So the last thing that we need to do is we need to turn this into a triangle. So we're going to go back to segment again, and we're going to connect C to A. And we're going to go back up to our cursor. We're going to move F, because we don't want it on the inside. It's representing a side length. We're going to change it to, it is opposite of B. So we're going to change it to B. And then the last thing we're going to do is measure it. Okay, and so we met our conditions of our 2 side lengths here and here, so we don't really care what this one is because we met our 2 conditions, okay? All right, so, and then before you finish and move on to the next one, we also want to measure all 3 angles. So we go down to measure again, click angle, and then we just click 2 sides of the angle. Now it might measure the inside or the outside of the vertex. So that one measured on the outside, which means I clicked it in the wrong order. And so I need to go back and reverse my order. And then it's going to measure that angle. Let's see if I can get this one. Nope, can't remember what the trick is. Oops, definitely don't want to point. Still measuring. And then we're going to measure. It might be that it goes counterclockwise. So you might just try to go counterclockwise and see if that works consistently. All right, so drag these in so you can see them, but they're on the interior of the triangle. And then we're done, okay? Let's see here. The last thing you might want to do is give it some text. And so this would be number 1, except it's not. Your number 1 is very different. And we were constructing side, side. And so you can just put that text in there so that you can see what you're doing. Okay, so that's it. The last thing that you want to do is save your work. And so we're going to go up here in the menu. We're going to save this. And we'll just save this as SS Congruence. And let's see here. We can leave it as shared. And then we're going to go ahead and click save. So Mrs. Keys and I are going to ask you to also screenshot and snip, so you can do this on your Chromebook where you drag your mouse and then get your image and you're going to put it into a document. So you might want to go ahead and do that while you have it up and you're done with it, so you don't have to go back and open it. Okay, so that is an introductory to using GeoGebra for our Triangle congruent triangle exploration assignment. Okay? All right. Good luck. Bye.